Okay, we are the group number 1, and so the topic for today class is linking words and phrase. This is the next slide, please. Okay, so for the first part, we have the definition that the linking words and phrase are used to show the relation between the ideas. They can use be to join two or more sentences or clause. We can use the linking words to give a result, add information, summarize, give illustration, emphasize a point, sequence of information, compare or construct ideas. So in the first part, we have the addition. That is the process of using two or more numbers or letters. So we have the father, moreover in addition. That the next we have the comparison. That is in this part is representing one thing or person as a similar to as another. So in this part we have the similarly comparable in the same way. The next we have the construct. That is the difference between the people or things that we have. However, on the other hand, on the contrary, okay, so the next part we have the time. That is, in this part is the duration in which all things happen, or a precise instant at the time happens. So in this part we have meanwhile, finally, immediately. And the next slide, please. Okay, the next part we have the result. That we have different types. That is consequently in result, as a result and consequence. The next we have the summary, in short, on the well, in other words, clearly. And the next to give examples, we have, for example, an instant such as. For the last part, we have the place. That in this part to give this linking word or phrase, we have there, here, beyond, nearby, and next to.
Here we have some examples of using them. For example, here in addition, the word is additionally, the bus service will run on Sunday every 2 hours, or the holidays is too expensive. Besides, I don't really want to go, or you haven't paid the rent yet. In addition, you owe me money. Another example is about the comparison. Here we have everyone in my family thinks the same way, or a similar or basketball team is not so good. And this is example for contrast. For example, the shop was open, however, nobody come to the kiosk, and Michelle is rich while Alexis is poor. And the time my mother was talking to my father, meanwhile, my son was making lunch. And the other, let's test the math exam or notebook finally reached my last night. And this is other example, the result. Here we have the kind had declared war and thus his generals had to complete, and there was nothing to eat in the fridge. So I ordered a pizza. And summary, this is how this computer works in short. And finally, in other words, my sister always liked. Here we have other examples how to use some words. For example, you can make a party such as wedding, any birthday, and lots of animals, like for example, lions eat meat. And the place it's beyond me, they eat fruits opposite to ours. And the theater is next to the cinema, and the theater station is.
Okay, in this case with the words when I write to essay, how to write an essay for FC. In this case, the essay is an academic text which must express our opinion by analyzing a topic or problem or a situation, presenting arguments against and the reach conclusion. In this case, we have our mission, tone, structure, opinion, number, and number of words. These are the different characteristics about the when write essay. Okay. Next slide, please. Okay. When to write a good essay, the structure is important, but the connector or linking words are this must be taken into account the writing with of the type test. In this case, we have a writing about the any person. In this case, is for Roxana Marisoni about the it is a Brinsaya school in Argentina. Okay. In this case, we can see the different linking words in this paragraph. For example, consciously, quiet, physical, makes them to be, added to this, well, and responsibilities. In this case, different persons to read this paragraph and to the different explanations about the linking words and if the paragraph is good. Okay, the next we have the other paragraph. In this case is for Bulgaria about the Ivan Shivkov. In this case is the other paragraph about is the topic is the English language and then we have the different linking words to use in different aspects in these paragraphs. Okay, thank you.
Okay, now I'm going to present activity. Okay, that is an interactive activity. The time for this interactive is 4 minutes. Okay, the next slide, perfect. Okay, the introductions. In this part, you read and guess the linking word or phrase that complete the essays. The essay, you have 1 minute to do this. Okay, Lucia, could you help me to present the word? Okay, what do you think is the answer of this essay? Okay, and write on your answers on the chat. Okay, I'm going to check your answer. Let me see. Yeah, perfect. Very good. Okay, now, Lucy present the PowerPoint presentations. Okay, now this is the answers for the essays. Okay, who can tell me? Okay, raise your hand in order to have the 4 answers. Who have the 4 answers? Raise a hand. Okay. Perfect. Very good. Okay, now I'm going to send a link in order to complete with the right answers. Okay, could you help me to send the link in the chat, Lucy, please? Send the link on the chat, Lucy. Perfect. Very good. Okay, in this link, do you have the same essay and the correct answers? Okay, put in the correct order. Okay, Lucy, the next slide. Let me go to the next. Perfect. Okay, as you see here, you have the answers here. Okay, that is for the bar, consequently, and let me see what is the other, for instance, and in conclusion. Okay, and the next slide, please. Okay, as you see here in this part, you have the answers of the essay. And that is all. Thank you so much, guys.